Hi guys, welcome back. Come on in. I want to tell you a few things today. My name is Dustin, I'm a YouTuber, and I'm a home cook. And so far we have dealt with the entire periphery of the kitchen, from the pantry to the spices, to staples that I have in the house. And this time, including my refrigerator, this time we're going to talk about what I use for hardware. Now, in order for you to be able to prepare meals and to be able to save money in our economy, some of these things are a necessity. Some of these things I've invested in. Some of these things I've used because I just got sick of paying like overblown prices at the grocery store. So without further ado today, I know I've been keeping you guys for a long time, so I'm going to talk about this kind of quick, but I'm going to sort of go through what we have, and then I'm going to have you follow me around over to the stove area and stuff like that. So first things first, you can tell from here that I have a lot of ways to blend things, right? This is a spice grinder. I find this to be invaluable when I'm making chili powders and spice mixes, nutritional yeasts, blending things up. Sometimes I even use this when I dry mushrooms and I blend them up just so I can have like a natural MSG. This is going to be my food processor. It's not a high-end food processor. I didn't bring the bottom of it. It's one that has served me. I think I've honestly had it since I was married. This year's 27 years. Has a few different things on there where you can shred or slice. It's excellent. Next one. I invested in this last year. I totally scored on a Vitamix. Vitamixes can be incredibly expensive. It's because of their durability and their power. If you're not careful with a Vitamix, you can liquefy or you can put it on such a high temperature that things will actually cook. So they're incredible for me. I'm guessing the primary use for me on this is me making my own oat milk because I just refuse to pay for it at the grocery store. I'm gonna set this back here because probably can't see me super well. Yeah, I'm in my pajamas. What of it? I think most of the time I cook in my pajamas. So unlike a lot of other people on YouTube, I'm not gonna have a different outfit for every single day. So we're just gonna live with that and realize you guys probably cook in your comfies too. Okay, next thing. This one is wonderful because for two people, this is a Ninja Foodi. My sister-in-law actually got me this. And I did it so you guys could see the front of it, but it comes with a basket, not super clean right now, and a bowl. So for roasting, for cooking, and then this lid is for pressure cooking. So, you know, whereas I make home cooked food all the time, Leslie probably eats chicken nuggets out of here. Well, chicken nuggets is going to be impossible nuggets. But I use it for pressure cooking beans. I do it almost every single week. And for reheating things or quick roasting things for two people, this is perfect. If you have more than two in your family, a Ninja Foodi might not be quite as good, although still be a great pressure cooker. Okay, I'm gonna move this out of the way. You don't have to follow me. Because, again, I told you I beg, borrow, and steal from lots of other YouTubers. So, this one was from Uncle Roger. This is his rice cooker. And I think I should probably post the link in the description. I just want to thank him for this one too. But because this cooks so evenly and so well, it's really a set and forget. It doesn't matter whether it's for quinoa, long grain rice, sushi rice. I've never had something in here come out perfect unless I actually misjudged the water. And I actually lost the cup for a while, and that did kind of suck. Okay, put that. Okay. So you saw there was a way to blend a lot of things. I also have ways to make things dry. So if you don't have a trusty salad spinner, I highly suggest that you get one. I do all sorts of things with my salad spinner, and it's not just rinse lettuce. A lot of times if you are steaming vegetables, boiling vegetables, whatever you might be doing, even if you're extracting liquid out of things like cabbage or onions or cucumbers, you can put them in here. Somebody needs to invent one that's a little mesh right here because I would love to eat. I even do this with rice noodles. Part of the reason that you're getting dressings that are watery is because the products that you're putting in there are watery. So I'm always attempting to reduce it. Good old hand towels. I have to credit Derek Sarno for this one, but I also have these around not only to wipe surfaces down, but also because I use this to dry food. So just this morning, I actually blanched, which is cooking and then shocking in ice water. I blanched broccoli. I spun the broccoli in the salad spinner, and then I actually squeezed it out with a tea towel so that the broccoli florets were dry and it's not going to rot on me really quickly. And any dressing I put in there is actually going to hold. That's going to be a pro tip, keeping things dry. Next thing, something I use a lot. This might be one of the most undersung heroes of every kitchen. I have different size strainers. This one I use for tea or coffee, or when I'm pouring things into jars. This one I use for my coffee grounds in the morning. This one I use for cans of beans. You want to rinse out those cans of beans. For lack of a better term, they smell farty. Rinse them off. And then, use the drying ones. Another great use for the salad spinner. But I'm not done with things that strain. Oh, there's going to be strainers under there too. But how about this puppy? Restaurant supply store. This is called a Chinois. Oh, I shouldn't put that in front of my face. Leslie got on my case for that last time. It's a Chinois. In the cooking world, they refer to them as China hat. Don't know if that's racist or not. It was called a Chinois. And then this is restaurant grade. So a lot of times when I'm squeezing out products or when I'm rinsing my stock, I can't wait to do a stock episode for you guys where I basically turn trash ingredients into stock. It's going to be amazing. Again, if you want to have something where you're pushing ingredients through here, like enchilada sauce, these are absolutely amazing and well worth your money. Oh, look, rinsing things through things. This is the nut bag. This is the nut bag. There's just no clean way to say that. It just sounds dirty no matter what I'm saying. It's not a great one. I probably should get a new one, but it works and it's a fine mesh. So my oat milk comes out very creamy and not very gritty until I put calcium carbonate in it. And then sometimes it can get a little chalky, but that's for a different episode. Okay. Measuring cups. YouTube, please help me in the comments. Pyrex, I had heard a long time ago, had in order to save money, or these are made in China, these dishes are used to pour very easily, but I know that you are like me, and every time you pour this, even if I use the tip of putting a chopstick in there, which can actually help the pour, it just pours down the side. You know how angry that makes me? It makes me so mad. Please put in the comments a better example of this. Not plastic would be preferable. I need help. It's plastic, but you know what? It pours without pouring down the side. Measuring. I have measuring cups and teaspoons too. I didn't figure you needed to see that, but these are just workhorses in the kitchen. Every chef's best friend. The best knife in the world is the knife that you will use. If you can keep it sharp, great. If you have a friend or you know somebody who sharpens, actually we have people that come over and her hobby is doing that, so I have her clean it. But I use this tool called a steel, although I think this is actually made out of ceramic. But I use this just to keep that edge on there. I just do it 5 times. I just do it really slowly. I should have my hand under the guard. Don't watch me. I'm just going to put this away. I do use it though. We'll show this to her in just a second. I learned to use kitchen shears in Korea. The Koreans cut everything. I don't know why. You can get a lot of nimble food cutting just by using this. Now, sometimes they use other ones too, but they take apart, they clean really easily. Get a pair of kitchen shears. This is a tomato quarter. You can save a lot of apple, tomatoes, strawberries just by using a tomato quarter. You just put your thumb in there, you just twist it, little product comes out. That way you're not throwing away a lot of stuff. Get yourself some whisks, people. This is for mixing. I'd say this is a strainer, and believe me, I've used it as one before. But these are splatter guards, and these are used to prevent like splattering of grease, or honestly, I find them useful for even when boiling products, because you know, when you get annoyed like I do that your stove gets dirty because of the starchy water that gets on top of there. Well, this can help it. This one's way too small. I got it at Goodwill. I need to buy another one. A microplane. I use this for grating nutmeg, for grating ginger, for grating garlic. You can grate onion with these. These are amazing. Make sure to use a Kevlar glove when doing that. forgot to get this one out. This goes for this device as well. So this I bought online. I could put the link in the description for this one as well because it happens to be a good one. But this is just a chopper. And you can do things like slice and grate with it as well. It puts away nicely. It works very, very well. I'd love to show you guys how to use this at some point, but definitely have one of those. Okay, things I can't do without as well. Get a good pair of spring-loaded tongs. Don't get the ones that pinch your fingers all the time. These basically work like an extension of your digits, and they're useful in all types of cooking. Get some spring-loaded tongs. Just got this online. I have spatulas. I probably have 3 or 4 different kinds of them. In order for you to really maximize your money, scraping the bowls and getting every little bit inside your blender and stuff, it always drives me crazy that I can't get below what's in the blades. Oh, somebody help me there. Again, Will Young, I swear he only uses one of these. If you watch as much YouTube as I do, I can see when he actually bought these and it like turns black. He uses it so much. But I can even use this wood on Teflon and it hasn't seemed to scratch it at all. They're very gentle, but they're very effective. Spend the money on one of these. I think it's called a fish spatula. I don't know, but honestly what it is thin and sturdy. I wouldn't use this on Teflon because you could actually scratch, but in your stainless steel pans, your anodized aluminum, there is nothing like having this tool. It's going to cost you a little bit of money. People, mixing bowls. I have more than this that you're going to see in just a minute. I have one that's really fun that I use for a lot of different dressings. Do you see the dent in there? At one point I had put this inside a Tupperware on accident and it stuck together. And it took me throwing the Tupperware against the wall for this to pop out, and it created that dent. But what I've actually found in there is it's been quite nice for me to make dressings and marinades. There's a little bump in there that just helps me emulsify. Plus, it's kind of a funny story. So some workhorse stainless steel bowls. Have them around, use them all the time. Okay, I use them every single day. Okay, can you follow me over here? You probably should have, if you notice, look, I have even more strainers, but this is going to be an enameled cast iron pot. They hold heat extremely well. It's going to be for the same reason that I'm going to tell you to use cast iron. Underneath here, I have more bowls that I use for prep. We're mixing all the time. Different pans. I still haven't quite figured out the method. I know everybody says that you can cook on these like non-stick, but if you want to see a little trick at my house, you just turn this direction. These are gloves that I can easily access, and I have pans. Everything I have is super close to the kitchen. I really do love to use this wok as well. And European rolling pin. I don't know why. I feel like there's less pieces to break, so I just prefer these. Okay, in here, since you're down there, a pizza stone, and a griddle, and an oven thermometer. Believe me, the temperatures in ovens vary greatly. These don't cost a lot of money. I used to have one in the front and the back so you could sort of tell at the rate at which your oven was cooking, because all these recipes might be amazing, but if you don't have the correct heat in here, it is not going to work out for you. I even have a little cast iron griddle in here. I actually feel like it helps me heat up the stove, but I do use that occasionally for griddling. I keep my cast iron. So I have different cast iron pans for different purposes. I do want to experiment. Derek Sarno recently did one where he's smashing a lion's mane mushroom, and he uses 2 different sides of cast iron to do that. These other ones I use to toast spices, and they're literally my my wife's great-grandmother's products. These have been around for generations. I keep them after I treat them properly, which is by rinsing them out with salt water, drying them, putting a touch of oil in there. I usually put them back in the oven. Okay. I've got a bowl with tools here. Watch this. So everything is easy access. These are super duper handy. In a previous video I did spices, but look even what I did with lids. They take up so much space. So having trivets and lids and little cutting boards available are super duper helpful. Just a couple other things over here. I just have a really inexpensive toaster because if Leslie could live off of toast, she probably would. This is a SodaStream, which we generally just refer to as our this is for making soda waters and all sorts of other drinks. These are amazing. You can trade the cartridges in. This keeps us from having to buy pans. Have I shown the Lomi? I don't think I'm going to show the Lomi. At some point, I'm going to show you the Lomi, which is the home composter, which is one of my favorite products for reducing waste. So, one other thing, besides having a great cutting board, I have a few of these resting racks. They really do save you a lot of time and can help dry your things evenly, or even you can bake with them. So get yourself a rack, baking rack. Other than that, if there was anything else I wanted to show is in terms of workhorse stuff, I may show it to you when I'm cooking because inevitably I forgot something. But today I wanted to show you guys things that I use to help make my life easy. So the next time, if we start a recipe, I'm gonna do these in our little ramekins, and then we can start dumping food. But you will see everything that it takes in order to make a home kitchen happen. And believe me, it doesn't have to be expensive. There will be an upfront cost, but I promise you it will be worth it. If there's anything else that you guys are curious that I use or something I forgot, please post it in the comments. And I can't wait to start cooking with you guys. So thanks so much, and we'll see you again soon.